Welcome back, everybody. I have a massive update to a project that's taken me about 4+ years, 5 years to work on. Actually, going back to 2019. When I got back into the hobby, many of you know, and I've shown off before, the gold card collection that I've been collecting for Derek Jeter. And initially, it started with loose cards in the binder, and I have many of them right here. A couple different pages worth of those cards throughout his career, starting with the 2001 serial numbered gold cards all the way up to his retirement. And so during that time, I started actually acquiring some graded cards of these, and I think I'll go back and get the few that I'm missing graded and just have the ones come out of my binder. But throughout this entire process, there's been one glaring omission. And this is a pretty historic card, at least in the modern card hobby. And without further ado, I'll just kind of show it and have a chance to describe it to you. And that is the 2007, move it up a little closer first, the 2007 gold card. So what makes this card interesting, I think many people are already aware that this is a card that also, as you can tell by the label, has George Bush, President Bush, superimposed in the background, as well as Mickey Mantle added in the dugout, the Yankees dugout in this picture. So what's kind of interesting about this card, and the legend kind of is, and I'm not sure if this is actually true or not, but feel free to add in the comments if you can verify this story. But when Topps Series 1 was released in 2007, an employee over at Topps who was working on this card added in Bush and Mantle in there as kind of a joke, and I think had the intention of only maybe printing a few, or at least not getting to the printing process at all. What happened was it was never caught by quality control, and it was printed throughout Series 1 release, both in the black version, which is the standard card, but it also wasn't caught when they printed the gold stock cards, which are going to be numbered out of 2007, as you can see here on the back. So it's the more common version of the card. They corrected this by the time they got to the Chrome products, and in the complete sets, they don't see Bush anymore, or Mickey Mantle, they removed both. So actually the complete set version of the black card is a little bit more difficult to acquire than the regular black version, but neither of them are going to be as scarce as the gold card, which is numbered out of 2007. And during the pandemic, this card just exploded. It went from probably a reasonable card that I thought was kind of expensive at that time. That probably would have been about $100 card even at that time, and probably like 2019-ish. And it went to like 4 or 5 times the price during the pandemic. And I'm pleased to say that when I picked this up recently, I didn't pay anywhere near what the prices had been over the last 4 or 5 years, or the last 4 years. In fact, closer to probably what prices were in 2009. So I was just super excited. I put a bid in on this card, and with the intention of tracking it and see where it was when it actually went, when the auction would end, and I totally forgot about it. And then I opened up my eBay app and I saw that I had an unpaid item. And I'm like, oh yeah, the Derek Jeter card. And I was like, darn, missed opportunity. But actually it was in my to pay item. So I actually had to go in and pay for it at a reasonable price, which was really just my initial bid on it, to be able to kind of keep it in my purview, if you will. And then I would go back and get it if I thought the price was reasonable. So the fact that I had forgotten about that, and then I came back and it was sitting in my cart waiting for me to be able to complete the purchase was just fantastic. So I am just over the moon to be able to pick up this card. And like I said, I want to be able to kind of go back and probably get the other gold cards that I have graded, and to kind of fill in the gaps, at least in the graded cards. But I have all of the base gold cards. I don't have like all the all-star cards or the combo cards that you sometimes see throughout the sets with Derek Jeter on it, but I have his base card all the way from 2001 to his retirement, which I think his last card was 2015. I'd have to look it up just to confirm it. So I am just absolutely thrilled. Again, I shared the kind of the story with you. I also heard that employee eventually got terminated from Topps as a result of this. I'm not sure if that's absolutely true or not. That's the part I think is kind of more the legend, if you will, that kind of completes the story. So maybe somebody knows that's out there, it's in the hobby. I see this card come up on people's channels every so often, at least the black version, but not too often the gold version. In fact, I haven't seen it on a YouTube channel in a few years, but So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I'm happy to kind of share it, and it's going to be one of my favorite cards in my collection by far, and going to be my favorite Derek Jeter card probably for the remainder of my time, probably picking up Derek Jeter cards. I don't know, maybe an autograph card potentially could top it. Maybe his rookie SP card could top it if I ever pick up that one and acquire it, but I don't know. This is the card I really was after for a long time, and it's finally in my collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll be back soon because I have one more amazing card to be able to share with you this week. So we'll be on the lookout for that video, and I'm really excited to be able to share that one with you as well.